Part 19. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 181. 200,000 healing cards are priced at 1 million magic crystals, 20,000 serum cards are priced at 100,000 magic crystals, 2,000 awakening cards are priced at 1 million, and 100,000 black iron cards are priced at 100,000 magic crystals. 1 million magic crystals for 10,000 bronze level cards, and 1 million magic crystals for 100 silver level cards. The total price is 4.2 million magic crystals. Fang Fan reported the price in one breath, and Su Mi paid the magic crystal without hesitation, nor did he offer a discount. 4.2 million magic crystals, according to the 20% commission, Fang Fan can get 840,000 magic crystals. And if you want to get 840,000 magic crystals by slaughtering zombies, according to the current explosion rate, you need to slaughter more than 200,000. Still doing business to make money. Fang Fan exclaimed sincerely. After resting in Zhongcheng for a day, Fang Fanbian was ready to leave for Su country the next day. On the one hand, it's about opening a branch, and on the other hand, I want to go and find out about Su Guo's situation. The zombies in the entire country in the southern country are not as easy to deal with as imagined. What's more, after the collapse of the southern kingdom, it seems that a king zombie was born. King zombie, zombie king, there is still a difference. City Lord Fang Fan, where is your army? Is it behind? Then we'll wait. Su Mi walked over with a smile, glanced around Fang Fan, and said softly. My legions are all complete, the 5 major legions, are all here. Fang Fan said seriously, the expression on Su Mi's face froze. City Lord Fang Fan, aren't you kidding me? Where's your zombie army? Where's your army of survivors? No matter what, bring 320,000 or so. Su Mi's expression was a little unsightly, he felt that Fang Fan was amusing him. This time, I went to the front line of Su country to fight the zombie army in the southern country. Does the ghost know how many zombies there are in the southern country after becoming a zombie paradise? Once those powerful zombies gather, Su Guo is difficult to resist, so he will invite many forces to come and help with heavy profits. To this end, even at the expense of ceding the land and the city. Su Mi's eyes took another look behind Fang Fan. 50 or 60 people, is this an army? This is to kill zombies and defend the city. Not for fun. Let's go. Don't babble, I can go back if you don't go. Fang Fan glanced at Su Mi, he knew what this guy was thinking, but Fang Fan also had his own ideas. Going to different places, bringing too many troops, sometimes even a burden. Moreover, Zhongcheng is not very safe, and needs to be stationed with heavy troops. Fang Fan's 5 legions are enough to protect him. Although Su Mi was displeased, he couldn't say anything. After all, he asked others for help, and he also hoped that Fang Fan would be able to open a branch of the card shop in the capital city of Su Kingdom. There are 2 ways to travel to Su country. One is the land road. If you drive there, you will definitely encounter zombies on the road. The other is to fly over with a bone dragon, but the air will definitely be attacked by birds and zombies. After thinking about it, Fang Fan decided to go overland. The key is that you can also strangle some zombies by the way to earn extra money. Fang Fan is not willing to give up any opportunity to accumulate wealth. Not good, there is a large group of beasts and zombies ahead. At least 20,000 to 30,000. City Lord Fang Fan, let's take a detour. Don't run into them. Stop. Stop. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 182. Su Mi slammed the car door hard, with anxiety in his eyes. If it hits, will they survive? I'm afraid this little life can't be saved. Since the current situation is already so dangerous, then quickly detour. So stupidly bumping into it and looking for death. There were large particles of cold sweat oozing out from Sumi's forehead, and there were only a few hundred people in the team. Among them, the missions he brought accounted for the majority, and the rest were a few legions under Fang Fan's command. Hundreds of people fight against tens of thousands of zombies. What kind of trouble is this? Emissary Su, don't worry, what are you worried about? I chose to travel by land just for these zombie resources. You made me take a detour, wouldn't my pains be in vain? Fang Fan said indifferently, and with a single sentence, Su Mi was blocked. He looked at Fang Fan in horror. Is this guy a pervert? Like to die and then live? Love desperate survival? You like excitement so much, I don't. City Lord Fang Fan, you're not alone in the car, you've thought about it? Park it? Stop it? Su Mi took a deep breath and felt a chill behind him. Tisk, you can stay in the car with peace of mind, and leave the rest to me. My Bone Dragon Knight army arrived first. Fang Fan glanced through the reflector, and saw a bone dragon with a length of more than 10 meters whizzing past. Everyone, get out of the car and fight. Envoy Su Mi, don't move around here, don't run away first. Fang Fan glanced at Su Mi and patted his shoulder. Su Mi's body bounced up subconsciously, and sat down abruptly, unable to say a word. Crazy. What a madman. Su Mi's teeth were clenched together, and he held the steering wheel tightly with both hands. He swore that he would not give the steering wheel to anyone else. It was terrible. Fang Fan led his army to push forward. The Bone Dragon Knights were the first to attack under the leadership of Dragon Scale. The Gothic laser rifle corps started firing frantically from a few kilometers away. The Yellow Turban Canal commander also started shooting arrows from a distance under the leadership of Guan Hai. Under the leadership of Satan, the demon army also flew from the air, just like a fighter jet, madly launching a devastating blow to the zombie group. Fang Fan was sitting on the back of the Unicorn King and charged. On the left and right are Xiao He and Galen. Now Xiao He has been promoted to the 5-star realm. But the strange thing is that it is still in its juvenile state. Fang Fan can't imagine how awesome it will be when it becomes an adult. Tens of thousands of zombies are being slaughtered. They rushed towards Fang Fan and the others frantically, breaking down again and again. Fang Fan's 5 armies, with the size of 50 or 60 people, forcibly blocked the army of 20,000 zombies from the defense line. And the massacre is being carried out at an extreme speed. Su Mi in the distant convoy slowly let go of his hands on the steering wheel, and then subconsciously swallowed a mouthful of saliva. What a lunatic! My God! What kind of army is this? An enemy of 100 with 1? 1,000 of 1,000 with 1. No wonder he has the courage to attack. With such an awesome army, who is afraid of whom? Even if the scale is less than 100, it is enough to be worth thousands of troops. As expected of the first person in the apocalypse. The number 1 person on the double list, it's really extraordinary. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 183. Su Mi's shock continued to ferment, and at this moment Fang Fan was ready to wrap up the battle. The 20,000 zombies were scattered, and many were scattered on both sides. In the end, Fang Fan and others slaughtered only about 10,000 zombies. Of course, if you win the chase, you can kill more zombies, but the efficiency of chasing and killing zombies is too low, which is not in Fang Fan's current interests. Tisk, I actually broke through. After Fang Fan finished using the experience card he just got, he felt that his bottleneck suddenly shook. The sense of promotion came like a tide. Fang Fan took a deep breath, and his eyes were full of light. This promotion should be the most unexpected. It seems that killing more zombies is still beneficial. The experience card is one aspect, and the more important thing is that it is easier to advance in battle. Fang Fan nodded in agreement. When he was fighting to kill the 7-star zombie king in Guanchen before, Fang Fan had already touched the bottleneck of promotion, and now, he was officially promoted to 5-star awakened. Lord, I have unlocked the combat power to the 8-star awakened. Garen, who was beside him, came over, his face even more joyful. Fang Fan nodded slightly. Galen is a bronze hero, and he doesn't know what his ultimate combat power is. My lord, a total of more than 10,000 zombies were slaughtered, 50,000 magic crystals were obtained, and more than 3,000 cards of various kinds. These cards are quite special and precious. Galen delivered the special card, and Fang Fan checked it carefully. Among them, there are more than a dozen promotion cards, and the explosion rate of promotion cards is still as low as ever. Sky Soldier Summoning Card. Introduction. Using this card, you can summon a 10-person team of Celestial Soldiers. The Celestial Soldiers realm is 7-star awakened, and it lasts for 10 minutes. Remarks, the urgency is like the law, and the soldiers of the heavens will be dispatched by me. Fang Fan squinted his eyes. This card is not bad. How could he even summon the heavenly soldier? It is that the existence time is too short, only 10 minutes, but it can be used at a critical time. Keep going. After returning to the car, Fang Fan found that Sumi's attitude towards him had obviously changed. He had been holding a face all the time before, although his words were still respectful, but he could clearly feel resentment. But at this moment, I completely lowered my status and was extremely sincere. City Lord Fang Fan, please take a seat, I'll drive. It's my honor to be able to drive for you. Does City Lord Fang Fan need to add some food? There are some fresh fruits in the trunk, which were just opened using the food card. City Lord Fang Fan is a hero. It is our great honor to receive the help of City Lord Fang Fan in our country of Su. Sumi started the process of kneeling and licking, and some words were really unbearable. This person, if he is really shameless, he is still powerful enough. From Sumi's point of view, he didn't feel any shame at all. It is his honor to be able to walk with such a strong man. It has already reached the territory of my Su country. There is a small city in front of Yongcheng, which is my Su country's city, cough, that is also my territory. Sumi seemed a little embarrassed. Fang Fan smiled and did not comment. My city was occupied. Suddenly the smile on Sumi's face stopped abruptly, and his face suddenly became very ugly. Quick, drive towards Yongcheng. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 184. Sumi's expression changed greatly, because just now, the so-called god of the end of the world sounded in his mind. Yongcheng City Lord Crystal has changed hands, and you have been abolished as City Lord. The City Lord seal is automatically taken back. Sumi took a deep breath, her eyes were red. Anyone who suddenly accepts that their city is occupied will most likely have this expression. It was not far from Yongcheng, and when we were under Yongcheng, there were many zombie armies outside Yongcheng. This is an army of zombies, not scattered murky zombies. Obviously, this small city was just occupied by other survivors. The convoy marched all the way towards Yongcheng, and Fang Fan looked indifferent. This city, not his, he doesn't care very much. There is no friendship between him and Sumi. City Lord Fang Fan. Sumi's pleading gaze came over, and Fang Fan glanced coldly. I'm not interested in meddling in your Su country's affairs. I went to Su Qiuaduchen to open a store. Fang Fan shrugged, Ruiyang City was breached by the scattered zombies, and he might choose to slaughter for resources such as cards and magic crystals. But these zombie armies are led by survivors. Even if this zombie army is killed, it is impossible to explode any cards and magic crystals. It belongs to the type of useless. I just ask City Lord Fang Fan to stay, save my life. I must be very grateful. I just want to go and see, in the territory of Sioux country, who dares to take my city. This is the territory given to me by the Lord. No one is qualified to take it back. This is 1 million magic crystals, which is a little bit of my meaning. Su Mi took a deep breath and bowed his head sincerely. Fang Fan frowned, who would have thought such a thing would happen in the middle of the road. To help Su Mi recover the city, Fang Fan is too lazy to do it, but save his life. The key is the reward of 1 million magic crystals. No problem, even if the king of Sioux country comes, you will not die. Fang Fan smiled, we can talk about money. If you give me another million, I may be able to help you recover the city. Fang Fan squinted his eyes, this kind of transaction is much faster than killing zombies. Thank you City Lord Fang Fan for his kindness. I want to see who these people are. Who dare to invade the territory of my Fenjai Unhui? There are a few survivors at the door showing off their power. Su Mi will have to reason with them if he goes straight down. I'm Su Mi. This is the city of my country of Sioux. I am the city lord of Yongchang. You invaded the city of my country of Sioux, do you want to start a war with my country of Sioux? Su Mi shouted loudly, and several survivors at the city gate suddenly burst into laughter. What bullshit Suguo, a spicy chicken Hokuo that is about to be wiped out. Didn't you Suguo also invite our Fenjai Unhui to rescue you? According to the agreement, what happened to the labor and capital to take a few cities? It's a reward, do you understand? The labor and management are Gong Jukan, the vice president of the Fenjaiun Association, so you are acting like a jerk in front of me. You Suguo is going to be cold. The leading survivor looked at Su Mi with contempt, full of arrogance. Tisk tisk tisk, these cars are not bad, originally, the labor and management didn't want to kill you. Since you brought it to your door, brothers, we have to keep this gift. Fire on labor. Kill them. These cars. Take them. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 185. Are you sure you want to shoot me? Fang Fan lazily got out of the car and glanced at the so-called vice chairman of the Fenjaiun Club, with a glint in his eyes. Who the hell are you? What happened to you? There are only 200 or 300 of you in total. Have you seen my army of zombies? This time the labor and capital have come to an army of 10,000 zombies. An army of 10,000 survivors. This is all to support your bullshit Suguo. Now you are charging some interest and still giggling? It's so boring. It's just a small broken city. Gong Jukan showed a look of contempt, and his words and deeds were full of tyranny. Get out of the way, let me get out of here, I don't want to slaughter my own kind. Fang Fan glanced at Gong Jukan, this is Suguo's business, he doesn't want to interfere, of course, the premise is that these people don't get too mad. Ha ha ha, did you hear what he said just now? He doesn't want to slaughter us. He still wants to slaughter us? This idiot, who are you thinking of you? Even the king of the kingdom of Sioux would not dare to say that in front of me. Give me a complete strangulation. Fire. Stop the ink. Gong Jukan shot first. The gun he used was not a laser gun, but it was more lethal than ordinary guns. It should be a 4-star equipment. Looking at the army of zombies and survivors surrounding him, Fang Fan felt helpless. I'm Fang Fan, are you sure you want to start? Fang Fan named his identity, which was considered an ultimatum. Fang Fan? What bullshit, Fang Fan? I've never heard of it. For labor and management. You are the Jade Emperor, you are dead today. Gong Jukan was so arrogant that he couldn't listen to anyone else at all. Vice Chairman, Fang Fan, the one who is number 1 on the double list, several legions on the legion's combat power list belong to him. A pony next to Gong Jukan rubbed over and whispered in his ear. It's him. His legion upgrades so fast, he must have a lot of promotion cards on his body. Could it be that my Gong Jukan can still make a lot of money today? How can his legion be so awesome? We have a lot of people. If we kill him, if we take the promotion card from him, we will make a lot of money. Gong Jukan's thoughts moved, and his face showed greed. Fang Fan originally thought that he had shown his identity. This guy should have restrained himself. Catch Fang Fan for me. Surround him. Try to live as much as possible. He must have some way to get a promotion card quickly. Catch him, this vice president will be rewarded. Greed makes Gong Jukan have no scruples. City Lord Fang Fan, I've implicated you. An embarrassed look appeared on Su Mi's face. It's him who is courting death, and it has nothing to do with you. I slaughtered these people for you, without charging. Fang Fan waved his hand, and the 4 major legions around him were watching the wind. The Bone Dragon Knight Legion, who had been waiting in the sky for a long time, heard Fang Fan's call and began to descend from the sky. A bloody massacre began. Fang Fan's face gradually became cold, just like his blood, bone-chilling. He has tried his best to avoid massacres. He feels that these people are all human beings, all survivors, and it is not easy to survive. He does have a heart of kindness. It's just that these people seem a little ignorant. Use his kindness as a bragging capital? On the contrary, it has become more and more rampant. Facing these people, Fang Fan felt that there was no need for him to continue to give in. Bottom line, keep it. Since they came to seek death, let them fulfill them. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 186. The 5 major legions fought together again. In less than a minute, the first batch of hundreds of survivors and zombies had all been slaughtered. Their manifestations are slowly advancing towards the outside, fighting and continuing. The smile on Gong Jukan's face stopped, and his breathing suddenly became rapid. The originally reckless face was full of horror. These people, how are they so strong? The people who rushed up just now were all his personal soldiers. There are no ordinary people at all. Either a 1-star 2-star zombie soldier, or a 1-star 2-star awakener. Such an elite existence, in less than a minute, is all cold. And their attack, seems to be unusually weak. Even if the sword in his hand slashes at the enemy, even if the bullet hits the enemy's vital position, at most, it can only leave a white mark. What an army of steel this is! Attack! Attack me! Don't run away! Take a step back, slash! Gong Jukan howled with all his might. He tried to maintain the messy military spirit, but his body unnaturally retreated frantically. His idea is very simple: let these cannon fodder go up and die, and grind the legion under Fang Fan to death. But he can't have the slightest mistake. He is the high-ranking vice chairman of the Fenjiun Club, and he still has a bright future. When Fang Fan and the others are rubbed to death, he will come back to harvest the battlefield. Gong Jukan believed that there were still 20,000 troops, and even if they were crushed with corpses, they could crush these bastards to death. It's just that his plan is doomed to fail. The battle is still going on. Fang Fan's army has no intention of retreating, and his army of 20,000 has suffered more than 5,000 casualties. The remaining thousands of survivors fled away as birds and beasts. There are still thousands of zombie armies left to support and attack one after another. But his army of zombies is also falling at a rate of hundreds per minute. The bone dragon circling in the sky began to spew out dragon breath, and if you touch it, you will die. The bone dragon knight riding on the bone dragon held a sword and charged, taking away dozens of zombies. And the demons that fly in the sky, their sharp minions destroy their last will. The laser bullets shot from all directions, often can directly penetrate the bodies of 10 zombies. The silver-armored warrior holding the big sword, wherever he went, was full of wreckage. I'm the vice president of Fenjiun Club. Let me go. Yongcheng, I will give it back to you. Gongjukan panicked and cowardly, he was afraid of death, afraid of death. Do you admit it now? Tisk, it seems a little late. I'm not used to giving my enemies a chance to survive. The corners of Fang Fan's mouth rose, and murderous intent already filled his eyes. I have treasure. I have cards. I have rare cards. I still have a lot of magic crystals, leave me alone. These are yours. Gongjukan saw that the zombie army around him was getting fewer and fewer, from the original thousands, to hundreds, to dozens. Seeing that one round of strafing can kill him. Kill. Fang Fan's voice was like the low roar of a ghost, making the smell of blood in the air even more intense. Kill you, the cards are mine, and the magic crystals are also mine. Isn't it stupid that you used my things to bribe and promise me? Fang Fan snorted lightly and shrugged fearlessly. For him, this slaughter was originally a small episode, and it was harmless. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 187. Fang Fan pulled out several cards from the hand of the dead Gongjukan, among which there were several middle-grade magic crystal cards, which could give out 1,000 magic crystals, worth 100,000 low-grade magic crystals. Plus some promotion cards. Bunker card. Recycling card. Fang Fan's eyes gradually brightened, these are novel cards, at least he has never seen them before. It seems that this guy still has something. Bunker card. Introduction. After use, a small bunker of 30 cubic meters can appear out of thin air, and the defense system is extremely strong. Note, this is a turtle shell. Recycling card. Introduction. After use, the used cards can be recycled to restore them to their original state. Remarks, this is a divine card with magical powers. The bunker card, as the name suggests, is a bunker, 30 cubic meters, it doesn't look very big. As for the recycling card, it seems more interesting. After careful consideration, Fang Fan understood. For example, the 6-star equipment laser pistol in his hand cannot be formed into a card after it is opened from the equipment card. But the recycling card can turn the embodied laser pistol into a 6-star equipment card again. It's a rather odd type of card. After Gongjukan, the vice chairman of the Fenjiun Club, died, the remaining survivors had long since disappeared. As for the zombie army, they were also slaughtered one by one. Yongcheng, once again restored the silence of the past. After entering Yongcheng, it is a world woven by a sea of blood. The dead bodies of ordinary survivors are everywhere, and some surviving survivors can be seen creeping sporadically. These are the survivors of my Yongcheng city. Although Yongcheng is a small city, there are nearly 20,000 survivors, and now there are not 1 in 10. Fenjiunhui bastards. They are shameless. Even the children are not spared. With trembling hands, Su Mi pulled out the corpses of 2 children from the corpses on the side. They were about 7 or 8 years old. There were 2 adult corpses, a man and a woman, beside them. Fang Fan's face also moved slightly. This situation is really despicable. In general, even if the city occupies an enemy country, except for the survivors who resist, most of the civilian survivors will adopt a policy of appeasement. A massacre like this has already wiped out humanity. Thank you City Lord Fang Fan for helping me recapture Yongcheng. In the future, whenever City Lord Fang Fan asks, I, Su Mi, will go through fire and water, and I will do whatever I want. Su Mi knelt down on one knee and thanked him with the most serious etiquette. I said, I didn't mean to help you, but they provoked me. Yongcheng has become an empty city, you don't have to report it with illusions. Fang Fan sighed, this kind of small city relies on the survivors to maintain its vitality. Now that everyone is dead, it may soon become the next zombie paradise. The convoy was delayed in Yongcheng for a while, and then ran towards the capital of Su Kingdom again. 3 hours later. This is Suchun. It was originally called Legong City, but it became the capital of Su Kuokuo, so it changed its name. Su Mi has slowly recovered from the emotions of Yongcheng's destruction, and has regained his careful thoughts. As we move forward, we introduce the convoy in front. Get out of the way for labor and capital. Let the troops of our Seven Devils League go first. What the hell are you doing? I didn't see anyone behind you. Make way. We are a team of the Seven Devils Alliance. Grass. Talk to you. Mute. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 188. There were a series of horns coming from behind, and the loud sound pierced through the eardrums, making it particularly unpleasant to hear. Fang Fan frowned. There were roadblocks in front of him, and he was lining up to enter one by one, so the speed was slow. Drip drip. While talking, a Mercedes-Benz had already driven over, and a few people had descended from it. You all get out of the way. Get out of the way, our army of the Seven Devils Alliance will go in first, and you will wait and then enter. Grass. The boy is talking to you. Don't pretend to be deaf. The people of the Seven Devils League were particularly irritable and rude. City Lord Fang Fan, please calm your anger, I will solve it. Seeing that Fang Fan was no longer happy, Su Mi reassured him. Everyone, I'm Su Mi, the messenger of the Su country. This convoy belongs to Fang Fan, the lord of Zhongcheng City. Everyone is here to help us in the Su country. Don't pay attention to the order, just line up to enter. Also please bear with me, give me Su Mi a face. Su Mi nodded and bowed after he came off the stage. This was already under the capital of Su State. If there was a conflict, it would also reduce the strength of Su State to fight zombies. Grass. What kind of thing are you? Why give you face? Even if the lord of the country of Su came over, the labor and capital would not like to see him. Zhongcheng City Lord? Reinforcement. Just 3 or 2 big cats and kittens. Can this be regarded as reinforcements? I think your Su country is really at the end of the road. Even this kind of spicy chicken has been recruited. Turn around the labor and capital. The labor and capital are Pengang, the 5th evil master of the Seven Demons Alliance. Don't block the army of our Seven Demons Alliance, or you will be hacked alive. Pengang shouted arrogantly at first, then he directly pulled out his weapon and hit Fang Fan's jeep directly. The steel plate on the jeep sank directly. Your mightiness. Hey, things are getting bigger. I can't do anything about it. You are really dying. Seeing Fang Fan's jeep being damaged, Su Mi's eyes suddenly dimmed. According to his understanding of Fang Fan, this matter is obviously not going to go away. And this arrogant guy in front of him will also pay the price he deserves for his arrogance. The jeep shook for a while, and Fang Fan, who was inside, naturally felt it. He glanced up at the sunken roof plate, his eyes gradually narrowed. Every time, he didn't want to do anything. But there are so many people killed. Fang Fan opens the door, gets out. What's going on? What's the situation? We are from the Sechin City Guards. What's wrong? You must not see each other with swords and guns. The people from the Sechin City Guards arrived late, and they also saw that the situation seemed to be out of control, so they rushed over without stopping, for fear of any accident. Commander Jinsu, it's like this, Mr. Pengang from the Seven Devils League very much wanted to enter the city first. The city lord Fang Fan of Zhongcheng is naturally unwilling, and then Mr. Pengang of the Seven Devils League smashed the car of the city lord Fang Fan. You must handle this matter fairly. City Lord Fang Fan is an honored guest that I personally invited. He is here to help our Su country. Su Mi was so anxious that she broke into a cold sweat, and when she saw the army of her own country of Su came over, she breathed a sigh of relief, and then quickly explained the situation. Seven Evil League? Which one of the Seven Evil League are you? Commander Jinsu of the Su Qiuqian Guards had no intention of listening to Su Mi at all, or maybe he filtered it out subconsciously. Instead, he looked at Pengang of the Seven Devils League with bright eyes. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 189. 7 Evil Alliance, 5th Evil Master Pengang. We want to enter the city and let them get out. This time the labor and capital have brought a full 50,000 vanguard troops from the Seven Devils Alliance. There are more troops arriving behind. Pengang showed his wrist, trying to show his powerful strength. Don't worry, I will handle this matter. Jinsu, the junior commander of Su Qiuqian's guards, nodded and bowed his head, looking very respectful. Envoy Su Mi, what Zhongcheng city lord did you bring? How many troops did he bring? Jinsu groaned and continued to ask. That's all you have in front of you, but city lord Jiangqing's subordinates are all elites, and they fight against 10,000. Stop talking. Su Mi wanted to explain something, but Jinsu refused. Hurry up and get out of the way. Let the army of the Seven Devils League come in. Don't miss the big deal. The zombie group in the southern country may arrive as soon as they talk, don't miss the big deal. Jinsu's face was full of righteous words, and Su Mi was scratching his ears and cheeks anxiously. Fang Fan has never said a word until now. Just watch it all from the sidelines. After playing with this set of methods, it is indeed quite in line with the posture of a dog fighting a person. Ha ha ha. You are a good commander. I remember Pengang. When I look back, I will definitely show you merit in front of Su Qiuqian. Grass. Hurry up and get out of the way. Didn't you hear everyone's masters say anything? You're still so reluctant to leave. If the labor and management hadn't seen that you were invited by Su Guo, you would have been abolished. Your face is quite white. Pengang mocked wantonly, and his voice grew louder. Su Mi on the side tried to stop him several times, but seeing Fang Fan's indifferent gaze, he chose to keep his mouth shut. After getting along for so long, he probably understood Fang Fan's temper. If people do not offend me, I will not offend others, but if others offend me, I will offend others. Su Guo doesn't welcome me, it doesn't matter, I can go. But you broke my car and you have to lose money. And Su Guo also needs to pay for the travel expenses of my trip. I can't make this trip in vain. Fang Fan first glanced at Pengang, and then glanced at Jinsu, the little commander of the city guards in Sechin. Ha 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 ha, a broken jeep. How much is it worth? These alms are for you. Enough. Pengang waved his hand and threw hundreds of magic crystals directly on the ground, looking extremely rich. 1 million. Fang Fan chuckled lightly and said the number. Grass. Are you crazy? How many employees do you have for a broken car like this? 1 million low-grade magic crystals. Are you crazy about wanting magic crystals? Ha ha ha, blackmailing the employees. Peng Gang leaned forward and backward with laughter, so excited that he was about to burst into tears. I'm talking about 1 million middle-grade magic crystals. I'm still looking at Su Guo's face, otherwise it's a top-grade magic crystal. Fang Fan smiled, and there was an irresistible tone in his voice. Compensate the magic crystal, or pay for your life. You choose. Fang Fan gave a choice, and he considered himself a more reasonable person. Maid. I didn't read the almanac when I went out today, and I ran into a thorn. Boy. Since you're courting death, don't blame me. Go to hell. With a dark face, Peng Gang slashed towards Fang Fan's head with his steel knife in hand. Jin Su, who was on the side, closed his eyes subconsciously, and then took a few steps back. He was afraid of splashing his own blood. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 190. Keng. The steel knife slashed, Fang Fan didn't move, and Galen, who was beside him, stepped up and slammed the steel knife with his head abruptly. The steel knife slashed on Galen's head, and there was only a sound of hard objects colliding, but not even a single hair of Galen was injured. Peng Gang's eye sockets shrank, and a look of fear gradually appeared in his eyes. Then he saw another scene that made his scalp tingle. His 4-star steel knife was actually rubbed into a mass of scrap iron by the silver-armored strong man in front of him. That's a 4-star steel knife? How tough! Cutting a zombie is as smooth as cutting a watermelon. Galen, this is your fault, what a waste. Fang Fan smiled and stepped forward, took out the 6-star laser pistol, and fired 2 shots at Peng Gang at random. 2 huge holes appeared on his arms on both sides. Have you made up your mind now? Is it to lose money or pay for life? Fang Fan smiled. 1 million middle-grade magic crystals, that is, 100 million low-grade magic crystals. If he could get them, it would be pretty good. Ah, I'm going to kill you. Kill you? You're dead. I won't let you go. I'm the 5th evil master of the 7 Demon League. You dare to hurt me, you're finished. The 7 Devils Alliance will definitely hunt you down to the ends of the earth. Peng Gang shivered with excitement, and the pain in his arms made him even feel incontinent. Oh, then I see, you want to pay for your life. Whoosh. A laser shot out and directly penetrated Peng Gang's head. The eyes of Peng Gang, the 5th evil master of the 7 Demons Alliance, gradually lost their vigor, and then collapsed straight down. Boom. The sound of the corpse collapsing awakened everyone, and also shocked everyone. Su Mi opened his mouth. Although he knew Fang Fan's methods, he didn't expect to kill someone like this. As for Jin Su, the young commander of the Suchun City Guards, he was already shocked at this moment. The 7 Devils Alliance, that is a great force comparable to Su country. The 5th evil master of the 7 Demons League died under the city wall of Suchun. This incident happened. You. Jin Su shook his right hand and pointed at Fang Fan. He originally wanted to scold him, but when he saw Fang Fan's extremely indifferent gaze, he instantly persuaded him. He is afraid of death. The 5th evil master was killed. Kill this kid to avenge the 5th evil master. Peng Gang Shalord is dead, and the other Shalords will not let us go. Kill this murderer to atone for sin. Kill the murderer. Kill the murderer. After Peng Gang died, the troops under his command instantly rioted. The army of 10,000 zombies fell directly into chaos, and they lost their masters, and their consciousness was cloudy again. They began to attack the surrounding army of survivors of the 7 Devils Alliance. The remaining tens of thousands of survivors attacked Fang Fan directly. The scale of tens of thousands is overwhelming, like ants rushing over. Damn it! It's horrible. Mad. They're all madmen. City Lord Fang Fan, we will go to Suchin to be stationed. Su Mi came over, and he wanted to sell Su Guo a good one to Fang Fan. Su Mi, you are bold. Jin Su, the little commander of the Suchin city guards, scolded him, this guy, is courting death. Introducing the scourge into Suchin, the Seven Devils League must not directly attack Suchin. By then, before the zombie army arrives, they will be killed by their allies. Need not. You close the city gates, don't let the Chaos Army take the opportunity to enter the city. I'll clean up these trash fish.